before I announce the winning captain for tonight, MS is already here. Now, MS, 12 playoffs and 14 IPLs. What is the thing that CSK does right? Or what is something that you do right?
No, I think there's no recipe as such. You try to pick the best players and you try to give them the best slot where they have more chances of performing. You use them in a manner where they have most chances of performing, and at the same time groom them in the areas where they're not very strong. It may be a batter, it may be a bowler. Somebody has to make that sacrifice. You may have to give your slot to somebody else, but somehow whatever is best for the team, if you're doing that, everyone falls into line and they all want to contribute. So I feel that's one of the reasons, apart from the fact that the management has been great, including the support staff. They always back us, they always tell us, don't worry, keep doing what you're doing, you'll do well. So I think I feel all these things together, they have a bigger impact, and I think that's one of the reasons why we have been successful. But the players always are important. Without the players, you may have the environment, but I feel that players are also the key.
Let's take one specific example of, say, the death bowling or the fast bowling. You had a lot of inexperience. Dwayne Bravo was not there with you, and in the first couple of games, you may have realized that you'll have to do some work on your death bowler. So tell us exactly how you went about fixing that problem, because that problem is now properly fixed.
I think when it comes to death bowling, confidence is a very important factor. If you see Tushar from the first game till now, he's somebody who has developed that death over bowling, and I feel the main reason is the confidence. They always execute what is needed, but how many times you can execute under pressure, that's the main thing. And when you have that confidence behind you, when you're confident, you execute more often than not. So I feel when you keep playing with the same guys, that also helps. But behind the scene, a lot of work goes on death bowling as to what needs to be done, what can be done. And I feel the bowlers have taken that responsibility. Not to forget, Patirana is someone who's quite natural when it comes to the last 3, 4, 5 overs. So that's one less headache. So you're managing the other bowler. But Tushar, the way he has come up, from the first game onwards, he has been remarkable.
So final question, obviously Devon Conway, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Shivam Dubey, came of age in this season. Is there something that you look for in players when you are selecting players in the auction or making suggestions? Are there some qualities that you find that you don't compromise on, that this is what I need in the players that we are interested in?
I think one thing that's a bit difficult to figure out right from the start is you need somebody who's always team first. It's not about the individual performance. You want them to contribute in the best possible manner, and they're not worried about the individual performance. What they're looking at is how we are getting into the knockout stages, how we can be consistent, how we can give that match-winning delivery when it comes to the knockout stages. I feel those are the kind of characters that we look for. But from a distance, it's very difficult to judge. So you get the players, and what has really happened for us is they see our environment and they try their best to adjust to the environment. And we are very happy with that, because we don't want every individual to change, because that also has an impact on the cricket that they play. So we want them to improve a bit, try to adjust to the environment, and even if they're doing it 10%, we are happy to come 50% towards them. So that's something that we look for, and we have always been able to get the best out of the players.
Wonderful thoughts, and congratulations on another qualification for the playoffs. All the best for the rest of the matches, MS. Well done.